Hi, I'm Phyllis and my website is southernfrugal.com. I had to do this video today to show y'all what I purchased at Walmart. This is the container it was in. It's Old Neighborhood beef shaved steak. Can y'all see that? I don't know why. I have never seen this in Walmart unless they just first started carrying it. So when I was at Walmart yesterday, I normally don't go on that day, but this week for some reason I did, and I do think they put this out more for Mexicans that come in and shop on the weekend. That's what I'm thinking, because the first thing on here is they say, I don't know if y'all can see that down at the bottom, for fajitas, barbecue, calzones, and I can't read what that other thing says, sandwiches, right at the bottom. This was the best meat I think I have ever tasted. It was absolutely delicious. So we had one of these sandwiches yesterday. Mr. Bucky said, "You've got to fix another one of those." He loved them, and so did I. So it's 16 ounces or 1 pound, and we had half of it yesterday, and there's the rest of it. And the reason I wanted to do this video now to do with this meat is because I've never cooked it before, but I have seen people, when they make the Philly cheese sandwiches up north, they just dump it out on the grill, but I've never seen this kind of meat in our area. Granted, we don't have that many grocery stores to look, but I've just never seen it. I've never even seen it in Publix, so maybe they have it and I've just overlooked it. But anyway, it was shaved so thin you could kind of hold up a piece and see through it. That's how thin it was. So I just spread the whole thing out on a baking sheet, turned the oven on to 400. 20 minutes later it was done, and it had a little bit of brown in it, which was great. So I actually mixed some Kansas City type barbecue sauce with it, and it tastes just exactly like barbecued brisket in Texas to me, and Mr. Bucky thought it did too. So we're going to fix sandwiches with that. Now let me tell you about the bread too. I've started getting the Italian bread at Walmart, and I slice it myself. They've got a slicing machine there. They slice it about that thin, and I want it thicker than that. Anyway, there it is. And it, to me, it's not like loaf bread. There's no preservatives in it. You know what I'm saying? It is so good. So yesterday when I got this, as I was on my way home, my car smelled like fresh baked bread. I kid you not. It's that good. So I've pretty much quit making my own bread, and particularly my own French bread, because they have that too. But I like the Italian bread for sandwiches. And I like to be able to slice it myself and slice it a little thicker than what their machine slices it. So anyway, let's get started with this sandwich. Mr. Bucky's been working in the yard literally all day long. So we are eating very late because he didn't want to eat because he loses energy when he eats. So we decided we would wait. So right now it's about 5:30. We normally eat around 3 o'clock, our big meal of the day, and that's what this will be, our big meal of the day. So the first thing I'm doing, of course, I'm using Duke's mayonnaise, and I'm putting mayonnaise on the bread slices. Just like that. Getting it covered as good as I can. And the next thing we're going to put on is going to be some sweet relish. Now, in Texas, when they make the brisket, or at least the sandwiches that we had while we were in Texas, they always had onions and pickles on them. So that's all I've got. I've got it on my grocery list, so I'm going to just put a little bit to give that taste right on top of the mayonnaise. And this is really all I've got, so it'll work though. You got to improvise when you have to. Alright, so now we're going to put the meat on. I have to use my hands for this. I've warmed it up in the microwave. Actually tasted it a little bit. I swear I think it tastes better today than it did yesterday. And it was just super, super tender. So we're just going to pile it on these sandwiches. Yeah, Mr. Bucky said, "What on earth, is this brisket?" He really thought it was brisket. I said, "No, it's that shaved steak is what it's called." So I do think, because I've never seen it in Walmart before unless it's a new item, but I think that our Mexican people around here use it for fajitas. I can see that would really work too. Alright, so now to make it like brisket, we're going to put some super thin sliced onions right on top of it like that. Super thin sliced. Yeah, and there it is. Just put that lid on it, mash it down a little bit. I might cut those in half. Alright, so I've got to fix the salad over here. I've already got my stuff out to make the salad, and I've got to fix our tea, and I've got to get Mr. Bucky in the house because he's still outside working. Alright, so we'll be back and show you what this looks like on the plate. Let me show you. This is the label that was on the top of it. I actually pulled this out of the garbage to show y'all. And some of y'all might have already been familiar with this. It doesn't have any fillers in it, 100% beef, and you can definitely tell it's steak, sliced super, super thin. I think they must slice it on one of those things that they slice the deli meat on. You know how they get it real, real thin? That must be what they do with this, but it is absolutely delicious. And there was not any little piece that was tough. It was all just tender and super delicious. All right, we'll be back and show you what all this looks like on the plate. All right, here's the meal. There's the sandwiches. I did go ahead and cut them in two. I wanted to give you a close-up of that meat. It is so, so good. There's our little salad with organic baby greens, and that's a Honeycrisp apple that's been soaked in raspberry dressing, and some little thin slices of celery to give it some crunch. And there's our dessert, which is strawberry jello. It's got a whole can of pineapple in it, including the pineapple juice, and of course some little miniature marshmallows. And there's my plate. I think you can get a close-up of my sandwich too. Yeah, so each person, the meat will serve 4 servings of 4 ounces each, which is more than enough in a sandwich like that. Yeah, there it is. And our iced tea. Mr. Bucky's still in the yard. I'll have to go call him again. The dogs are out there supposedly helping him. Yeah, right. Anyway, here's the name of the shaved steak. Old Neighborhood. It's called beef shaved steak. It is just delicious. And I hope this was not just something they're just trying out. Or maybe Walmart was carrying it the whole time and I just never found it. I don't know. But anyway, there it is. I can't wait to have this again. Mr. Bucky just loved it yesterday. See y'all next time. Bye for now.